Hi, I'm Paddy Bruton of Forestry Services Ltd. We're involved in all aspects of forestry, and I'd just like to explain some of the services we provide. When we get an inquiry from a client considering forestry, we arrange a meeting on the farm. During this meeting, we explain the existing forestry scheme in detail and how it will affect them should they decide to plant. After this initial meeting, if the client is interested in proceeding, we examine the area proposed for planting. We advise on the most suitable species for planting. This is determined by the soil type and quality, the exposure level, the elevation of the site, the fertility of the site, how well drained it is, and the aspect. We complete all the applications for grants and premiums for the owner and submit these to the department. We follow up with the department and secure the approval that is necessary before you can start to plant. We normally undertake to plant, establish and maintain the forest site until the crop is in free growth. This includes fencing the perimeter of the site, complete all ground preparation and drainage, supply quality planting stock, ensure planting is completed correctly and to the standard required, while ensuring that the young trees are planted at the correct stocking rate. Vegetation control is completed when necessary, including spraying with herbicide. Any plants that don't grow are replaced. We provide backup services each year, including annual inspections and support for any queries anyone has on their plantation each year. The grant covers the cost of establishing and maintaining the plantation. The annual forest premium is paid each year to the landowner. The landowner, importantly, remains the full owner of the land and the trees.
So Jim, what's happening here and how important is this thinning process?
Okay, what we have here, Kieran, is the harvester, which does the actual cutting of the timber and processing it into different lengths. This is an imperative exercise in any forest from about 15 years onwards. We have assessed this forest for a number of years now, and it's at the ideal stage for thinning. Tinning on a high yield class plantation like this at this age is critical for the development of the plantation or the actual growth of the plantation into a commercial crop in future. What we're doing here is we're taking out one line in 7 and we're doing a very light selection of the actual remaining 6 lines. We're doing that for the line in 7 is for thinning into the future, and the selection is to develop the trees that are left to grow into final crop trees in the future.
And the timber that's coming from here, where does the timber go to?
The timber coming out of first innings is normally pulpwood, which is going into either one of the board plants or one of the renewable energies. Stakewood, which we're selecting here, is obviously going to some stake plants and ends up back in farming. And then the more valuable boxwood is going into some of the either pallet or fencing areas, which is very profitable to the owner. Kieran, what we have here is the second phase of the tinning operation. The harvester has gone ahead and cut the material into its different products and stacked it on either side of the line. Then the forwarder comes along and picks up the individual products and will transfer them roadside. That's the end of the operation from a forestry point of view. The forwarder will leave the material roadside to a road that we constructed to Forest Service standard before we started. As you can see, the timber is stacked, and the trucks for collection will be able to come in here and reverse beside the piles of timber and take them away. The product we try and prioritise is boxwood, purely because it's the most valuable. When we can't cut boxwood, then we try and cut stakewood, and anything that doesn't fit into either of those two categories is put into pulpwood.
Thinning is profitable. Thinning increases the value of the remaining crop.
We organise the felling licence, thinning, marketing of the timber, plus all subsequent forest management for a commission of the net profit from timber sales.
Boxwood is normally sold or used by some of the smaller pallet mills in the country, making small component wood, fencing and that type of stuff. Stakewood is quite obvious, goes to the stake market, it ends up back in the farm. And the pulpwood has a range of markets now. There's two very big board plants in the country. Renewable energy is a big deal. It's a developing market, and quite an amount of wood is used for wood shavings, for animal bedding and stuff like that. So those are the primary outlets for the tree products, and the tree products are segregated in that way to maximise the return to the owner.